From campus to City Hall, students at JMU speak out against ICE.
And we stand with immigrant students, and this is everyone's welcome.
Plus, how a bingo night is keeping Court Square Theater stay open.
Live from the Allison B. Parker Studio in the School of Media Arts and Design at James Madison University, this is Breeze TV.
Welcome to Breeze TV. I'm Olivia Williams.
And I'm Abby Allard. Thanks for joining us. The Communications Office announced around 1 p.m. today that JMU member Richard Morrell has died. Morrell previously served in a part-time role as a cooperating teacher in the Education Support Center. He returned to JMU in 2025, working full-time with the Facilities Management Transportation Department as an institutional chauffeur and driver.
And JMU's Board of Visitors met this morning at Festival Conference Center. Breeze TV's Madison Florzik attended the meeting. Madison.
Thanks, Olivia. JMU received many national distinctions, including 5 Council for Advancement and Support for Education awards. It also received the Community's Choice Award by Food Allergy Research and Education and the 2026 Carnegie Community Engagement Classification for Leadership and Community Engagement. The university received $2.72 million from the U.S. Department of Education to fund the Better Conversations Together program. This program encourages students to be observant and respectful of others' opinions on topics like politics. JMU's football audience has greatly expanded after the team played in the college football playoffs. The playoff game was the most watched in JMU football history, attracting 4.4 million viewers, reaching greater nationwide recognition. The meeting ended with the discussion of how to make a better living and learning environment for students. The board stated it is currently sending more messages to check on students and holding mandatory conferences for students on academic suspension or probation. That's all from me. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Madison. JMU students gathered for a protest against ICE on Tuesday. Our Brandon Portillo Ponte learned about the group's message and goals.
JMU students attended a peaceful protest against ICE. The protest started at Burris Hall and made its way to City Hall.
We want the JMU community to know that we stand with them, and we stand with immigrant students, and this is a place that is everyone's welcome.
Organizers gave speeches urging members of the community to make their voices heard. Attendees carried signs with messages about the importance of taking action, protecting American democracy, and questioning anti-immigration rhetoric. Many of them also shared personal anecdotes and their reasons to attend.
If we capitulate early and silence ourselves early, they kind of already won. And I feel like we outnumber these people by thousands, by hundreds of thousands.
JMU students are joining a broader movement being observed in American colleges and universities. Many schools such as Cornell University, Columbia University, and Penn State have been organizing protests against ICE and the Trump administration since early 2025.
All the other big schools are having these protests and doing these things to be active in their community, and we just weren't doing anything. So we made the Instagram and we posted the flyers everywhere, and we wanted to make it a thing that the whole JMU community could be active in.
The anti-ICE JMU Instagram account has gained nearly 1,000 followers since its creation last week. The organizers stated that they hope to keep the community informed and plan more events in the future. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Brandon Portillo Ponte.
The Augusta County Board of Supervisors met on Wednesday night. Community members came to voice their concerns about a possible ICE detention center at the former Augusta Correctional Facility. The Craigsville property is owned by the Commonwealth and is currently being marketed for sale through the Virginia Department of General Services. During the previous administration, a recommendation was made on one of several private proposals. Governor Abigail Spanberger has since directed the Department of General Services to revisit all submissions and determine which proposal, if any, will move into negotiations. County leaders emphasize that they do not have final authority over the sale due to ownership.
We remain in contact with the Department of General Services and have provided comments for their consideration. The agency has indicated that Augusta Correctional Facility will not be sold for the purposes of establishing an ICE detention center.
Slavin said the statement was meant to clear up misinformation and outline the state's position before the board moved into public comment.
Super Bowl halftime performances typically have some political undertones, but this year, politics and controversy were center stage during Sunday's game. Our Alexa Bonilla spoke with JMU students about the 2 halftime shows that aired during the Super Bowl.
Puerto Rican singer Bad Bunny performed during halftime at the 60th Super Bowl on Sunday. He's known for singing primarily in Spanish. According to Spotify's 2025 Wrapped, Bad Bunny was the most streamed artist globally.
I was so proud, not just as a Puerto Rican myself, but also just Latina and just like a part of the minority community altogether.
But the national chapter of Turning Point USA also hosted its own performance called the All-American Halftime Show. Kid Rock, Gabby Barrett, Lee Brice, and Brantley Gilbert performed.
These singers and all these people that put themselves out there for this event, it was really cool because all those people had the same ideas in mind.
Members of JMU's Turning Point USA chapter were able to attend the filming of the All-American Halftime Show.
They just don't want to be in the minority, and I think Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl would mean that if you don't speak Spanish or if you don't speak just honestly another language besides English, that you were in the minority. And I think that kind of scares them.
Members of Turning Point say the issue with the Super Bowl's pick wasn't the language barrier. The student advisor for JMU Turning Point says she may not fully agree with every performer at the All-American Halftime, but overall the show aligned closer with her beliefs.
This show truly embodied what it means to be an American and what it means to be a patriot.
With growing tensions surrounding President Donald Trump's immigration policies and ICE, Alia Revelo Cruz says Bad Bunny's performance shows resilience.
Despite all this, like, we're gonna try and fight for our right to be here because we do have a right to be here.
Going forward, Arevalo Cruz and Reagan Polaric agree that halftime shows should be more inclusive.
I would want to see other ethnicities and other like languages represented in the Super Bowl.
Having the halftime show be something that all people can be like, yeah, this is awesome. I want to watch that. And I want to watch that with my family.
Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Alexa Bonilla.
The Monks Walk for Peace ended on Wednesday in Washington, D.C. The 109-day walk passed through Alexandria, Virginia, where Breeze TV's Isabel Lewis captured their journey.
The Monks Walk for Peace from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. made many stops in Virginia. Hundreds gathered in Alexandria on day 106 of their journey.
If they can do 100+ days in extreme weather, I can do 2 hours at least to come and honor what their message is about. Maybe I could take a nugget of example from them to apply it to my own life.
People stood on ice and hills and even climbed trees to get a glimpse. The monks spoke to the large crowd of people, sharing wisdom and guidance towards peace, citing mindfulness practices as a solution.
Seeing that there's all races coming together for equality, for justice, for peace, just letting their light shine.
The monks embarked on their journey to promote national healing throughout America and to spread a message of peace, loving kindness, and compassion. The monks are Vietnamese Theravada Buddhists and practice Vipassana meditation, a practice aimed to see things as they truly are.
We need peace. We need togetherness. This right here shows what we need.
As their mission reaches its end, the monks continue to march onwards to Annapolis, Maryland, before heading home. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Isabel Lewis.
Arts Council of the Valley closed Court Square Theater operations in December 2025 due to funding issues and declining audiences since the pandemic. Now, after Act One Theater Company signed a one-year lease, locals are stepping in. Breeze TV's Lauren Keller shows how one event hopes to help save the theater one bingo at a time.
A typical Bingo is Life event at Court Square Theater shifted the focus when the theater needed support. Two brothers, along with Harrisonburg businesses, wanted to keep the space. The event became a fundraiser to support local artists like themselves and the theater.
It's hard to find places that will believe in your idea, and the folks that have run this place have believed in me, so it's easy for me to want to give back.
Some of my favorite artistic experiences have been on that stage. When you make a connection with the people and things are going well, it's just, there's no feeling like it.
One resident saw this event as a way to rally the community together in support of their beloved theater.
History, this is Harrisonburg's history, this is more than that.
A first-time attendee saw the posters with performances scheduled outside the front door. She saw the impact this theater has on Harrisonburg.
I can tell
only spending 2 hours here, it means so much to so many people.
Attendees had bingo cards in their hands, waved paper plates in the air, and sang songs together.
It's more comfortable than going to Regal. Like, everyone is more interactive here, which is definitely giving it a better feel.
The fundraiser made over $1,000 for Court Square Theater. Though the future is unknown for the theater after 2026, Act One Theater Company wants to make sure everyone has the chance to be involved in theater.
People want Court Square Theater open, and I know that Act One is able to do it. And so we hope that we get to continue and have the chance to be here for a really long time.
For more information on future events and how to donate to Court Square Theater, go to Act One Theater Company's website. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Lauren Keller.
Yes, that's it. You got it.
Coming up on the sports desk, baseball and softball hit the diamond in Florida. Plus, a breakdown of JMU lacrosse's game against Virginia Tech.
The one. The only. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun Spice Chicken Breast Filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit is so good, we serve it all day. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun Filet Biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun Spice Chicken Breast Filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Breakfast so good, we serve it all day. Get the best chicken biscuit. The one, the only Cajun Filet Biscuit. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun Filet Biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina Legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time. It's bow time. It's not a menu hack anymore. Bojangles Sausage Bowberry Biscuit is officially available for a limited time. Enjoy sizzling sausage on a made-from-scratch Bowberry Biscuit because sweet and savory belong together. Get one at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Welcome back to the Breeze TV Sports Desk. I'm Ethan Dufresne. Opening up its 2026 campaign, JMU Baseball is traveling to Tallahassee, Florida to take on the 16th-ranked Florida State Seminoles for a 3-game weekend series. This is the second straight season that the Dukes have started their year playing the Seminoles. Last season, it ended in a 3-game sweep in favor of Florida State, who was ranked 9th in the country at that time. True sophomore infielder Reese Moody had a standout freshman year, racking up 17 RBIs and leading the teams in triples with 3. The team finished the year 17-38 with a 10-20 Sun Belt Conference record. JMU softball is also hitting the diamond in the Sunshine State. Later today, JMU softball will play its first game of the Shiners Children Clearwater Invitational in Clearwater, Florida. The Dukes open up the Invitational against second-ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Tomorrow, the Dukes take on the reigning national champion Texas Tech Red Raiders, and then on Sunday, JMU wraps up the weekend with a game against the 11th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies and the 23rd-ranked Florida Atlantic Owls. Coming into the Invitational, the Dukes are 2-1 after wins against St. Joseph's and Elon and a loss to the University of North Carolina. Redshirt junior utility and right-handed pitcher Peyton List has made a statement just 3 games in, going 4 for 7 with a home run and 3 RBIs while also drawing 4 walks. List, who used her redshirt season at Virginia Tech, is in her 3rd season with the Dukes and coming off a first-team All-Sun Belt selection in 2025. It came down to the final seconds more than once when men's basketball took on Georgia State. Breeze TV's Eric Voeckling got to see this nail-biter of a game.
With less than 10 seconds remaining, 5th-year guard Cliff Davis scored the go-ahead layup to secure a victory in overtime.
Boards, we all work on that every day. It's like normal when games get tight like that, we have to be ready to step up for the team.
Throughout the game, the score was tied 15 times, which led to 11 separate lead changes. This is now the 6th game of the season where JMU has beaten its opponent by 5 points or less.
Because you're going to be in that situation many more times
and hopefully you feel like, hey, we're gonna figure this out. Someone's gonna make a play on this team to help us win, and that's what we did the last 2 games that we're gonna need moving forward.
Davis led the Dukes in scoring with 27 points while shooting 60% from beyond the arc.
But tonight, I just had a groove going because against Toledo, I wasn't hitting things. So this whole week, I was just working on my shot. And
after forward Justin McBride missed a game-winning shot at the end of regulation, the first words Coach Spradlett said to him was, quote, "Next play."
Just having a coach that just believes in me and gives me the ball again, even trying again and knowing I didn't make it. Kudos to him, too, and I really appreciate what he does for me and this team, too.
Men's basketball will be playing against App State on Saturday, hoping to get its 3rd win in a row. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Eric Vogelin.
Earlier this week, JMU women's lacrosse took the field at Centera Park for a non-conference match against Virginia Tech. Breeze TV's Andrew Coliani has the recap.
The JMU women's lacrosse team took down Virginia Tech 13-7. Coming off a hard-fought performance against top-ranked UNC last week, the Dukes entered the match focused on execution and energy. From the opening draw, JMU set the tone, jumping out to an early 4-1 lead in the first quarter. On both offense and defense, the Dukes made adjustments from the previous week, focusing on limiting turnovers and holding Virginia Tech's scoring opportunities.
So on defense, we needed to make some more stops than we did this past week, and we wanted to keep them below 10, and we did. So that was the main goal for this game, just work hard and make some stops and score some goals.
In the second half, JMU continued to build off its strong first-half performance, putting up another 6 goals. Sophomore attacker Peyton Root led the team in goals with 4, and 6 different Dukes also found the net. The energy in this game was palpable, and head coach Shelly Clays believes passion and teamwork is the reason her team is able to make challenging plays look routine.
Well, it's the Duke Dog spirit, and I think we're trying to make hard things look fun. And I'm just really proud of the teamwork, the individual sacrifice for the common good of the team. And I think that this team in 2026 is displaying that character.
With support from players both on and off the field, along with JMU fans, the Dukes showed that energy and effort can make a difference. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Andrew Coliani.
And if you're still looking for a lot of last-second Valentine's Day plans with your date, there are plenty of JMU athletics sporting events to take advantage of this weekend. Breeze TV's Eric Vogelin has your weekend preview.
Thanks, Ethan. Track and field has been competing all day today and will be competing all day Saturday at the Darius Dixon Memorial Invitational at Liberty. This is its last meet before competing in the Sun Belt Conference Indoor Championship. Men's tennis is currently playing against South Alabama and will be playing against Washington and Lee Saturday at 11 a.m. Earlier today, women's tennis took down Howard in a 4-0 victory. It is now 2-4 and will be competing at Virginia Tech Saturday at 2 p.m. Saturday at 4 p.m., men's basketball will play App State at home. It is 13th place in the Sun Belt with a conference record of 4-8. JMU is 3-10 all-time against App State and is looking to improve that record at tip-off. Women's basketball will be playing at Old Dominion Saturday at 1 p.m. The Dukes are 5th in the Sun Belt and are looking to rise into a top 4 seed before the playoffs start. The top 4 seeds get a bye in the playoffs, with the top 2 automatically advancing to the semifinals. That's all for this weekend. Abby and Olivia, back to you.
Thanks, Eric. The Alumni Association hosted its annual Matches contest, and we'll show you some adorable photos of the couples.
And Disability Student Services is telling students they can buy themselves flowers, how it's encouraging self-love this Valentine's Day.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today. It's bow time. Introducing new Bojangles chicken wings. Try the boldly seasoned classic, sweet and smoky barbecue, or creamy buffalo for some heat. Head to Bojangles and order all 3 flavors for your next party. It's bow time. It's bow time. Some classics never go out of style, like fresh egg, American cheese, and hickory smoked bacon on a made-from-scratch biscuit. Get a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit with crispy bow rounds and a hot coffee or medium drink. Order in the app or at Bojangles. It's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Today, JMU is celebrating Douglas Day, a holiday about American abolitionist Frederick Douglass. Breeze TV's Isabel Lewis went to see JMU's first time hosting the holiday.
We're here at the Douglas Day event. Could you tell me a little bit more about this event?
Yes, Douglas Day actually started back in 1897 as a school holiday for Black children in the DC schools. It was started by Mary Church Terrell, and she wanted to celebrate and memorialize Frederick Douglass's memory. And so then it, kept going on, and Terrell was in the circles of another guy named Carter G. Woodson. And if anyone knows who that is, he is basically the father of Black History Month. So we like to always think about Douglas Day as sort of the starting point, or one of the starting points for Black History Month. And then on to the more contemporary time, it started at University of Delaware in 2017 in a graduate seminar, and it's just grown since then. So this is about its 9th, 10th year, and I've been involved since Douglas Day 2020. So I'm very excited to finally bring it to James Madison.
Thank you so much. And you mentioned earlier that this was the first time that JMU had hosted this.
Yes.
What is the significance of that?
I really believe that, this was a pivotal event in my graduate career as a, graduate student, and I am just so excited to bring it to Virginia, bring it to James Madison. I feel like the students are always ready to do new things and try interesting activities, so I can't wait to see how it grows. But I think that, this is a wonderful place. I've only been here for a couple of semesters, but everyone seems excited to be able to participate in Black history like this.
Thank you so much.
JMU hosted a keynote speaker as part of the 16th Annual African American and Diaspora Studies Interdisciplinary Conference. Breeze TV's Julia Snell attended the event to learn the relevance of historical documents today.
Jessica Marie Johnson voiced her process of uncovering stories of enslaved individuals through archives, focusing on Louisiana. Her speech mainly followed Catalina, an enslaved woman who struggled to partition her owner for freedom.
Slavery was a mechanism that was also about intimate violence. It was also about gendered violence, reproductive violence. And so it's also about the ways that slavery anywhere is about those kinds of violences.
There are efforts to scrub, obviously, any kind of mention of anyone who is different from the historical record, a literal whitewashing.
The conference's theme was sanctuary, sites of survival and spontaneity. The combination served to show, even in trying times, people strive to find solutions to suffering and safe spaces.
There are documents in which kinship is really, really salient. And I think finding those threads of kinship, those networks of kinship, are one of the things that's incredibly exciting and that always jumps out to me.
Johnson mentioned her book, Wicked Flesh, and her digital project, Keywords for Black Louisiana, for those wanting to learn more. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Julia Snell.
JMU Nursing has released its decisions for 2026 applicants. Learn what it takes to get into the program.
Plus, why your JMU Flex dollars may not be working off campus.
It's bow time. It's not a menu hack anymore. Bojangles Sausage Bowberry Biscuit is officially available for a limited time. Enjoy sizzling sausage on a made-from-scratch Bowberry Biscuit, because sweet and savory belong together. Get one at Bojangles today. It's bow time. It's bow time. Bojangles' new chicken rice bowl starts with dirty rice, topped with Cajun pintos, chicken, and cheese.
How's that chicken rice bowl? It's bold from the bottom up.
Get a fresh, hearty chicken rice bowl for a limited time. It's bow time.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields. They say this song can be heard elsewhere, and perhaps this is true. But it is nowhere near as bright, nowhere near as loud, nowhere near as triumphant as it is right here. Tailgating may not have been born here, but here is where tailgaters are born.
The one. The only. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun Spice Chicken Breast Filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit is so good, we serve it all day. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun Filet Biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Students are still frustrated after a week of Flex Access not working for some off-campus businesses. While it's gradually coming back online, Flex Access is being restored remotely and could take several days. Students are advised to check with individual businesses before attempting to use Flex. JMU notified students by email on Saturday that off-campus Jack Card use is experiencing technical issues. According to the university, the vendor supporting off-campus transactions was affected by a nationwide payment processor outage.
And tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and our Alexa Bonilla has some JMU love stories to share.
That's right, Abby and Olivia. Love is in the air at JMU. The Alumni Association hosted its annual Matches contest, where people can submit their JMU love stories and vote for their favorites. Here are just a few of mine. Carol G met her JMU partner in 1994 in JMU's Semester in London program. They've been married for 25 years and even recreated this photo together from their time in London. And here's one from Hillary L. She says there weren't fireworks at first, but 20 years later, they reconnected on Facebook, and then 6.5 years after that, they got married. And for some families, purple runs in their blood. On the first day of freshman year, Lakeisha met her JMU partner. They've now been married for 26 years, and 2 out of their 4 kids went to JMU. Back in 1977, Rosemary N. shared she met her husband, Russell, when they were both business majors at Madison College. That's how you know it's been a while. They've been married for 47 years, and she said they still reminisce over their time in Harrison Hall. That honestly gives me a lot of hope because I spend so much time in this building. Mary I met her husband at D Hall, calling it like at first sight. When he left, he said, "Have a nice life," and she said it's still been a nice life 42 years later together. Isn't that amazing, like, to see how these couples have met at JMU and they're still together like 47 years later?
It's
That's
amazing.
insane. Like, I want something like that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to see, for
Yeah,
sure.
I love these stories. Thank you for sharing them, Alexa. And in honor of Valentine's Day, the Office of Disability Services invited students to their event, I Can Buy Myself Flowers, to decorate cards and make flower bouquets, but more importantly, to prioritize self-love. Over the next few days, ODS encourages students to spend time doing things they love and focusing on their own needs, even if that means rest and alone time.
I think it's important to prioritize yourself and know that there's nothing wrong with you or you're not less than just because you don't have a partner.
And for more information about ODS and its events, you can head to their website.
After receiving applications in December, the JMU Nursing Program has released its decisions for 2026 applicants. The JMU Nursing Program received a record number of applicants this cycle, allowing spots for 113 accepted students. A new summer pathway will allow 30 students to try again for a spot in the program.
Really try in your prereqs. Don't take them for granted because that's really a really important part on your application.
This summer's Fast Flex pathway will be accepting applications from February 16th until February 25th. For more information, email the nursing department.
And it finally warmed up here this week.
It did, and Grace Heberer has our 4-day weather forecast. Grace?
Thanks, Abby and Olivia. Yes, it's finally beginning to heat up here in the Berg after weeks of below freezing temperatures. Today we had a high of 43 degrees here on campus, but it's going to dip back below freezing this evening, hitting a low of 27 tonight. Tomorrow it is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees, and it will stay above freezing Saturday night at 34. It will bring in clouds, and that cloud coverage will turn to rain on Sunday, making it rather dreary. It'll be a high of 41, which should help get rid of those last chunks of snow. It'll be a low of 31 as the week gets started, and cloudy on Monday before partial clearing, which will warm the day up to a high of 52. I know I'm looking forward to that warmer weather and hoping it sticks around. That's your 4-day forecast. Abby and Olivia, back to you.
Thanks, Grace. We hope everyone has a great weekend.
We'll see you next week on Breeze TV.